Well, I could use a breather.
Incoming!
Attack!
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life...
What do you think you're... Thanks for the bits, friend. I think this was just a misunderstanding.
This is Halcyon
It's always
News.
fucking
We
freezing.
interrupt a regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least forces plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Purple berry flavored scent. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it.
Hmm?
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste for me.
Ooh, can we
an upstairs room?
How do you do? Sorry. Business has been slow. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the promenade holds our economy together. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board over. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants, company ships. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mat.
Got my sights on you.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a... You here for a particular reason? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to... Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her fretting in engineering. Yeah. Ain't that just a treat? So, she sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd... Curious thing is, it came from an outpost. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a... The more we got the corps fighting each other. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're... Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. Gracious. I found a handsome...
This is a law-abiding...
As you were.
Hey, Mr. Vicker. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for a... water? For that ocean thing?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do.
Assholes and their big interstellar freighters. One nearly rammed me on the way in.
Oh, careful.
Stop! You're violating company policy.
Trouble incoming, Captain.
I picked up some weird chatter on my way in. Seemed to come from Monarch?
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons.
Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the...
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the... Oh, and it's not the best. A lot of slogans to keep. Heard of it? My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna.
Not the word I'd use. I think of it more like a... No, I take it back. Dump sums it up nicely.
Well, I liked it fine enough.
I'm sure they're doing their best. That's the... So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any You would never ask if you knew what it's... I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated. I can see all of the top quality Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering. Sprout wash, mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the... Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find... Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls. The blast will send you through the stratosphere and the crack. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Space. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of... Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth Lozenge? Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. If there are self-made purgatories, then we are... Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most... It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? Anything and everything. Whatever you... Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new. Huh? Oh, sorry. Okay, customer's always right. You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or... Well, this is just the beginning of a long, fruitful... Have a look.
Oh, just be careful next time.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't get me out of there.
Please.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just... Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is... Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with good luck getting to Jesse.
Something I can help you? If only my other patients had so many... The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no... She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify... Not without dispensation from Chief June. We don't have the ability to Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but... Take care.
Mind your steps. There's puddles.
Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. He must be referring to Irion. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, and asked, "You look out, though. A place..."
I hope those automechs get here soon. Still haven't found a good way to get the blood out from under my nails.
Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck if you do.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. We got trouble!
I'm sorry.
Going all right? Right, so as I was saying before... Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
I'll keep quiet.
Is anyone there? I can hear footsteps. Don't just leave me here.
Thank you. You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells. Until you... Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust... Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. Time stood still. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is? Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough for you, or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well? You're a sick man. I never should have come here.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time.
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like, I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be... Why, it gets you the weapon back.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace... Right here for a start. I got a fair select... A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't... So...
Mechanicals all over. You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch. If it wasn't for us.
You can pay. I get strange comms chatter every time I fly by Monarch. What's going on down there? That last zero-G was a
When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were
So far as you know,
who gave you
this
a
place
needle
has
full
a
of
smell,
love?
right? It's not.
Mechanicals all over,
Auntie
but they
Cleo,
still
that's
got
who.
us wet.
Have you
If
given
you're
your
short on
auntie a
bits,
hug
we're
today?
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets the... Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to... And we're all sweating buckets one...
It might be your thermal control system's busted. That can happen if it's not tended.
I don't really care what the issue is, kid. I just... Sweat's starting to make me chafe in places I shouldn't be chafing. That's not for me to say. There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't... Nothing you need.
Step lightly, Miss Oldham.
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot.
Would hate for you to get left behind, or architect forbid, become lost.
Hot enough for you? Colonials are always itching for a fight.
You keep that pistol holstered while you're here.
Huh?
Don't look funny at the crew.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
When's this shit bucket station?
Yeah, no one wants more ground radiators. Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
The last day, I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the League and thrown this pivot...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the... Has something happened? Oh no, this is terrible. My... Oh, Alex. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him. What? Amazing. I didn't think those things worked. Oh, and there we are. I've removed the lock on your ship in a show of my gratitude. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium. Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market.
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one may just find...
To give away something so important to you, there must have been some curiosity.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something... So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you... Oh, it might surprise you.
Oh gosh, that's quite a goof, sir. If you don't mind me...
I'm very well aware. That's the long and short of it. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fella who woke you? How bad could he be?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the RT greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Anti-This Unit Dispense Protein. This unit is programmed to shock simulation non-function. Beginning dispensing sequence.
I'm just in port long enough to get another help. Stay in the public areas, and we'll get along fine.
All organic in this unit. This unit would clarify there is a dead mechanic in the user error in the maintenance of this unit's cutlery. This unit behaves precisely as this unit is not designated for cleaning duties and cannot. Beginning dispensing sequence.
Easy does it.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel. Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's fresh. Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family... I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my... Welcome!
If you're hungry, you've come to the right. They're terrified to lock in the juices. You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratory... Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. Terra frying is a spacer's choice. Legally? No. The terra frying method was developed between you, me, and this grinder. I've been through lean time. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears. Absolutely not. Spratwurst, boar, the other meat is a registered trademark of... Just as well. Near about time for... Fresh from the grind.
Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's back.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs. Got any leads on salvage? Doesn't even have to be broke yet. We'll take anything.
My dad taught me some French, you know? Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business. You the one flying? Miss Lily has been expecting you. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started. These days, I stick to HQ and look...
Miss Lilia takes good care of us. The authorities stay off our...
Sublight for life. Salvage is a family. We've got each other's backs.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive... Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. This isn't an interrogate. I have a salvage job for someone light on...
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off. I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. If there's anything else... These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Your words, not mine. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of sublight occupies a legal blind spot. Very. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman. Be seeing you.
Really in jail, Mr. Max? And you were our vicar?
Yes, but as I've repeatedly said, I was assigned there as a vicar. I was not a prisoner.
I just can't believe you'd lie.
I was not lying. It had no bearing on my ability to minister to my flock, and was therefore not worth mentioning.